Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thank you so much for watching this Sunday afternoon. Again, I am your host, Keisha Lanslin, and in this segment we're going to talk a little bit about hunger prevention. I am here with Mr. Robin Bailey Jr. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Well, tell me a little bit about the USDA first.
Well, the USDA, the U.S. Department of Agriculture, works in every community to fight hunger and improve nutrition. And we're doing that in every way possible, specifically here in Atlanta. You know, as I think about the number of homes that are food insecure, we're talking about 49 million people who are food insecure. 16 million of those are children. And in Georgia, that's a little over 700,000.
That's a lot of families.
Yes.
I mean, these are the kids that are going to school with our kids, or, you know, the people we sit next to in church, and you just don't even know.
Absolutely.
Wow. So tell me a little bit about this hunger hotline. How did this all come together?
Well, actually, the USDA Hunger Hotline is basically a hotline that we utilize to help families or individuals who experience food insecurity. Need to find out where food is available so they can utilize the hotline to obtain that information.
That is fantastic. All over Georgia?
All over Georgia, yes.
So,
all over the United States, for that matter.
So they can call, and so what happens after they make that phone call? After they've learned that the hotline exists and they pick up the phone?
They make that phone call, they identify where they're located, and they will identify resources right there in the area that's available.
Gosh, oh my. You guys have so many partners. I mean, I guess that's what makes this work, right? The partnerships.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about some of the partnerships.
Well, the partnerships primarily are nonprofit organizations that are involved in this. And we particularly, I'd like to note the Georgia Food Bank Association, who's very much engaged in this community and helping us with some of this. But you know, when you talk about the hotline, there are only 72 organizations that's currently signed up. So we encourage more organizations across the state to actually enter their information into the clearinghouse database.
Okay, is there a website? Like, how do they go about doing that?
All they need to do is go to nhc.fns.usda.gov, and they can input their information.
Fantastic. So that's for the organizations. Now, is it also the website for us to learn more about the process?
Actually, anyone can go to that website, and it has information for if you want to submit your information, as well as if you just want to know more about where you can find food and other resources.
And, you know, for someone who may be in need and they're thinking that, you know, wow, this hotline is amazing, are there any requirements? Like, you know, oh gosh, I don't make enough money, or I do make too much money, or I don't have kids, or I do have kids. Are there requirements to calling and saying I need help?
No. Call in to the hotline if you experience food insecurity, and they will help you with resources in the area.
That is fantastic. You know what? I think sometimes we feel like once we're in a situation, we're doomed. There's no hope. Like, you know, we've already gotten ourselves into this position. Like, there's nothing else that we could do. So it's refreshing to know that there are options. And
absolutely, there are options.
People that can help.
And we really hope people will experience this and utilize this service, because it's helpful, and it also helps you know that there's someone there to assist you when you find yourself in need. And there's also a phone number associated with this as well.
Oh, please. What is
and that phone number is 1-866-3-HUNGRY. And for Spanish speaking, is 1-877-8-HUMBRE.
Perfect.
Yes.
Now, you guys are doing your part. Thank you very much. What can we do? What can we do as a society, as a community, to help you and to help these families? Do you guys have needs or wants? Yes,
we absolutely do have needs. I want to talk a little about the summer food service program, which is very important. You know, throughout the year, children receive generally at least 2 meals a day at school. Breakfast and lunch, and which we appreciate that we're trying to do all we can relative to that. But now's about the time to start to get a little concerned, particularly those families who don't have the resources necessary to provide 3 meals a day. So we have a summer food service program where children can eat free throughout the summer. And that's where we can really use some help to get more partners engaged to becoming either a site or a sponsor for the program. In the state of Georgia, we have 1.1 million children who are receiving free and reduced price meals. But in the summer, only 172,000 participate in the program. 1.1 million with a need, 172,000 participate in the program. And that's primarily because we don't have enough sponsors and sites across the state. So we're trying to get more people involved in that process. And as you know, there is no reason why a child should have to carry the burden of worrying about where the next meal is going to come from.
You're right. All right, well, let's close out with the website one more time so people can step up and do what we're supposed to do as a society.
That's hnc.fns.usda.gov.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time, and I appreciate all that you guys do.
Oh, thank you.
All right, they are doing their part. Now it's time for us to step up and do ours. You know what? None of these things work without sponsors, without partnerships, without a community that's supporting them. And when a child is hungry, we all should be concerned about it, whether it's our child or not. So please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn a little bit more, tell whoever you need to tell, and get busy and making sure that our kids are not trying to learn on empty stomachs. Stay tuned for more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.